Hey, Chris Myers here, Central Florida Sight Fishing Charters. What I'd like to show you today is a technique for overhand casting for maximum distance. So a lot of people only cast overhand. By that I mean the rod tip is somewhere almost straight up and down and you're throwing in this type of motion. But a lot of folks, when they do cast overhand, they wind up way back here so the rod tip's parallel with the ground. And when they let their finger off, the lure goes way up here in a big giant arc. Yes, it goes out some, but a lot of your energy is wasted throwing that up into the air and not throwing it out. The other thing that happens, not only do I lose some distance doing that, when I throw it way up here, now when that lure comes down, my line is blowing, the wind is blowing it way over here, it still hasn't hit the ground. So now my line is behind me actually. The wind blew it back there. So as I go to reel in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, took me 6 turns of reeling up loose line on my spool. It's a good way for me to get knots. The lure doesn't come back in the path I intended it to. I might get a bite and miss it because I have so much loose line. So we never want to have all that loose line floating down. A much better and efficient technique is to only lift the rod up just past the 12 o'clock position, and I'm going to make all my power in this cast with this bottom hand. Sure, I could throw this out one-handed. I'm never, ever, I don't care who you are never going to throw it as far with one hand as you can with two. So this is a big long lever. You get your best leverage, more just simple physics. Grabbing it down here makes it easier to rotate that tip. So if I want to achieve maximum distance, I'm going to only load that rod up just slightly behind me, and I'm going to really force that bottom hand to snap that tip around, and when I do, it flies out in a straight line and not up in a semicircle curve, and I get a lot more efficient cast from that. The other thing that I'm going to try to do, as soon as that lure lands, just as it's going to touch the water, I grab that line with my pinky. It keeps my line tight, it yanks my line tight. So immediately now I can stop, flick bail, and I can begin my retrieve. So try not using such a big overhand motion so your rod tip goes around in a circle and wastes energy like this. This cast here, very inefficient, a lot of it wasted up. This cast here will really get that thing to go out in a straight line, and you'll cast much, much farther when you need to.